Being an American to me, oh my goodness, that means everything to me. I tell you what, I would not be able to be doing this. It means being free.
Lainey Wilson performed in Walmart aisles, wrote first song at 9 before rise to stardom. Wilson says she would play anywhere. Country music superstar Lainey Wilson is looking back at her humble beginnings. Wilson shared that after she wrote her first song at just 9 years old, she began working toward her music career and would perform at odd locations, including in the aisles of Walmart. "I've heard stories that you used to perform in a Walmart in the aisles," host Jimmy Fallon asked Wilson on his late-night talk show. "I would play anywhere that they let me play," she laughed. "I'm talking about nursing homes, flatbed trailers. Anywhere that my parents would be like, 'Hey, Lainey, sing that song you just wrote last week for anybody,' and I'd just do it." The Baskin, Louisiana native continued to explain that she grew up in a small town of nearly 200 people, and in the town, there was a focus on telling stories, which is something that inspired her to become a songwriter. At a young age, Wilson shared that her grandmother would print out pictures of her and help put them on CDs for her to hand out. "Well, nobody was buying them," she quipped. "I was trying to sell them, though." She added, "I was handing them out like candy. It was like Halloween. I was giving them to neighbors, friends, family, anybody who would take it." On that album, she wrote a song called "Country Girls Rule" that she sampled on the late-night talk show. Meanwhile, long before becoming a country music superstar, Wilson impersonated Miley Cyrus's iconic Disney character, Hannah Montana, for most of her teenage years. The Yellowstone actress said she has been touring since 8th grade, as she would perform 3 to 4 birthday parties during a weekend up until 12th grade and wore a blonde wig like Hannah Montana. "I would open the show as Lainey Wilson, and then I would run behind a tree or whatever it was put on my Hannah Montana getup," she said. In August, Wilson had a full circle moment when she honored Cyrus as a Disney legend at a D23 event in Anaheim, California. Cyrus, who portrayed Hannah Montana on the hit sitcom from 2006 to 2011, made history as the youngest person to ever be named a Disney legend. "You inspired me to believe in myself," she added, "that I too could be an ordinary girl living in an extraordinary world. So, on behalf of Hannah Montana fans everywhere, I'd like to dedicate this song to you." After performing the Hannah Montana theme song, Best of Both Worlds, Cyrus and Wilson embraced in a hug on stage. Wilson recently opened up about having dark days in Nashville, Tennessee, before her career took off. To get where she is today, she lived in a Flagstaff bumper pull camper trailer in her mentor's studio parking lot for 3 years. In 2022, Wilson returned to the grounds of her former home, which sparked sadness inside of her to relive some of her darkest days. "I feel a sense of hopefulness standing here, but I also feel a little sadness," she told Good Morning America at the time. "There were a lot of dark days for me. I was very lonely. I didn't know hardly anybody in town." Fast forward to 2024, Wilson took home her first Grammy in February, and her just-released Whirlwind album perfectly describes what the country singer has been through.